Hey, oh man. So I am at my kids' gymnastics practice and I was just sitting in the car. Usually I sit inside, but it was kind of packed. So I just invited myself to sit in the car and do a live and talk to my beautiful, beautiful subscribers and friends out there. I did a video yesterday. I actually recorded one earlier today as well. But I did a video yesterday, posted the video yesterday, and it was talking about letting him go. And I've gotten so many emails from that video. It's funny, the video doesn't really have a lot of comments in the comment section. Um, and I kind of was like, oh, that's odd, because typically I would get, quite a lot of comments in the comment section the first 2 days of a video, but this one, not so much. But then when I went on to my email today, my email has so many emails from my beautiful women out there. You guys are just absolutely lovely. You don't know how much it means to me when I receive like emails and questions in the comment section and just conversation with you guys is just so edifying, and it's just something I was created to do, and it's clear when I get emails and I'm talking to you guys and even doing these videos. I'm so fulfilled. So anyway, the video got a lot of emails. Let him go. There's a lot of emails I received from that video, and it just hit home for so many, and I knew it would, because God just implanted that into my heart, and it was something that I knew I had to talk about. That's why I was kind of like impromptu. It wasn't anything that I wrote down to talk about. It was just on my heart, and the Lord was like, talk about this. And so I knew it was going to be significant, and so it was. And I wanted to sorry guys, I wanted to kind of talk about something, because I know when I did that video, in the emails I was receiving, it was a lot of questions, and questions as far as like, how do I know that it's time to let him go? I've even gotten a question where, they married the person that they feel though as though they might have missed it, and that he wasn't the one. And that's common. That was what happened with me. And so I kind of just wanted to kind of talk to you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. Again, it's live, and I don't ever tell you guys when I'm going live, which I need to start doing. But that video, the reason why it was so significant and the reason why it hits home so much is because the issue, why we have a challenge letting people go, and why we feel like it's so hard. I'm going to be alone, and I'm not going to find anyone, and I'm not good enough. I'm not significant. No one's going to want me. This is the best that I could get. Those are the issues. Those are the biggest issues. It's not so much like, oh, well, I'm not sure if he's the one, or I don't know if God is saying that he's not it. That's not the challenge here. We know that this guy is not it. Women, we are created with a knowing. The Holy Spirit is wonderful and significant in itself, or in himself. However, we're created with something in us, women. We know when this is the move, and we know when it's not. My mom used to say that women are the best judges of character. We have a way of just knowing. And so if you know he's not it, and you're questioning whether or not you need to move on, and you're finding it hard to move on, and you keep calling and texting this person when you know that he's no good for you, whether it's like something big, like he's mean or abusive or unkind or doesn't have anything going for himself, or it could just be very, very minute, where maybe he doesn't really have any super duper red flags, but the flags that he does have are orange. Maybe they're yellow, maybe they're small, maybe they're little things, or maybe there's nothing that's blatant, but maybe God is just saying, hey, he's not it, and you don't feel peace around him. Whatever the case is, You know that you know that you know. And when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. And if you're afraid of being alone, then the question is not if you should be with this person or not, and is he it or not. The question is what's going on inside? Like what's happening in here where we feel like we're afraid of being alone or we're not going to find anyone better. That's the issue here, y'all. That's my issue. When I was dating my ex-husband, and he just seemed perfect. Everything that I had on my list written down, it was perfect. He hit everything right on the head. And I thought to myself, this has to be it. And so when I was seeing the red flags and ignoring them, and I was being religious about it, like, oh, well, I just have to pray for him and he has potential and all of these different things, he might not be the kindest person in the world and he may not, exude the love of God because he didn't. But maybe that's just something that he's dealing with. Maybe, I can sense a little bit of pride, but maybe I can pray for him and I can pray through that thing and I can take authority over pride. Listen, okay, you can't take authority over anything that's hindering someone else and stopping them from, or if they don't have the desire to do better. If they can't even recognize that they're walking in pride, if they can't recognize that they have an attitude problem, if they can't recognize that they're just unkind human beings, then that's not something you can take authority over. That's not something you can pray through. That's something that is about, it's all about the self-will, right? And so that's religion. That's religion saying, oh, you got to pray for that man or you got to do this. No, he needs to desire to be a better person. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because there really isn't anything it's no rocket science here. If you're feeling like you need to move on and you can't and you're struggling, but he's not it, there's an internal issue. There's a red flag within yourself saying, hey, why are you willing to settle just to be with someone? You're willing to give up God's perfect will for you for something that is not even just permissive, but something that can be detrimental, something that can be harmful in the end, something that can stop you from walking in God's purpose for you. Something that can possibly ruin you. And I said this before and I'll say it again. The greatest weapon against women is Satan getting us with a man that can be detrimental. If he can get us with the wrong man, if he can get us with somebody that can destroy us, he has won. He has won because we desire naturally to be wanted. We desire naturally to be secure and have security. We desire for, compassion and passion. And, why do you think it's cuffing season? Why do you even think that's a thing? When it gets cold outside, you want to be snuggled up with somebody. You want camaraderie. You want that. And so Satan knows that. He knows our weaknesses. And if he can get us with a wrong man that can hurt us and to stop us from walking in what God has for us, he has won ultimately. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and just let you guys know that you have to work on yourselves internally. Like I said, when I was dating him, I saw the red flags and I ignored the red flags and I tried to push through. And when I prayed a prayer, I said, Lord, take him away if he's not it. I don't feel like he is, but I don't feel like he's not. I don't know. And it was the struggle was I was fleshly. I wasn't devoting myself to prayer enough. I wasn't fasting. In a situation like that, when you're courting someone or someone is courting you, that's the time to pray. That's the time to fast. That's the time to consecrate yourself. And I wasn't. And I was fleshly. My flesh was so strong and my spirit was so weak. And so in turn, I was confused. And so I asked the Lord, take him away if he's not it. And within a week, the Lord opened my eyes to something. And I told him, I said, hey, I noticed that you never really take me out. Like you just want to be at my house or you want me to come over there and we're watching football all the time. And it wasn't dating to me. It wasn't courtship. He wasn't courting me. He wasn't courting me. And I said that to him. And when I said that to him, his response was, "You're trying to change me." And I'm very low key. I don't like going out. And I like football and wings. That's what I like doing. And I was like, "I'm not trying to change you. I'm asking you to adjust for me." And so that was a huge red flag. And that was the issue throughout our whole entire marriage. He was unadjustable. He was very prideful. He was very stuck in his ways. And instead of saying, "Okay, well, I can meet you halfway on that for sure. Let's go out more. And I understand that you want to do that." And that's what courtship is, me taking you out and getting to know you and not just sitting you in front of a TV with some wings. Like, he didn't get that. And he didn't even pause to go to the Lord for clarity. He didn't even go to the Lord and say, "Okay, well, this is your daughter and you know her and you know me. So help me through this." He didn't even do that. His exact response was that I'm trying to change him and that I will not be changed. And if you can't take me for the way I am, then you need to move on. That was his response. And so, and my response was not because I thought I deserved better, but because I was prideful too. So when he told me that, I was like, "Well, then I'm moving on." And so I moved on. And when we broke up, maybe 2 months later, I went back home for Thanksgiving and everyone else was booed up. Everyone else was dating. And I knew that if I could message him, he will get back to me. He would come crawling back. I knew that. I was using what I look like. I was using sex appeal. I was using that because of my insecurities, because I didn't have anything else in my mind. In my mind, I didn't have anything else. I didn't have anything to work with. And so I needed to get back with the last thing I knew. And it was him. And when I got back with him, it was downhill from there. That was it. And so I had an out and I didn't take it. And so when you guys are messaging me like, "Yeah, I broke up with this guy," or "He broke up with me and he keeps trying to get back with me and I'm trying to get back with him," and you guys are contemplating it and you're trying to think about whether you want to get back with him or not, I just see me and I see my situation and I just feel like begging you, please don't do it. Please don't do it. If you walk away from a relationship that was ordained by the Lord, the worst thing that can happen is that you walked away from something that God had to bring back to you. And trust and believe there is a difference between you guys breaking up and him trying to get back with you, and you guys breaking up and it's God ordained. It's not God ordained, but it's you're saying, "Hey, I need to get some time," and the Lord bring you guys back together. You will know the difference. Trust your instinct. Trust the Holy Spirit. It is not the same if you break up with someone and you're feeling lonely one day and you reach out to them, or they feeling lonely one day and reach out to you. You know what that feels like. You know what that is. But then if you break up with someone and God brings you guys back together, ordains for you guys to get back together, you know when it's God. You know when it's God. And if you don't know when it's God, you need to really seek him, because that means your relationship with him is not as strong as you think it is. Okay, so that's my biggest thing, y'all. I just want you guys to know, do not go back to something just because of an insecurity, just because you're afraid of being alone, just because you don't know what the end result of this thing is going to be. You're afraid to, put yourself back out there and lose someone. Listen, okay, if I can go back in time, I would have told myself at that time to move on, run for the hills. Run for the hills. So I got a message. Let me see what that says. "I'm struggling so much because my husband treats me well, but I have been overwhelmed from the beginning of the marriage that there is something so wrong. I've been begging God to help." Same thing I said earlier. You have to seek God. You have to seek God, because that's the thing. Like, sometimes people feel as though, hey, Faye Penn. Hi, my name is Faye. Some people feel as though, well, I just feel like something's wrong. I don't know what that feeling is. I feel like something's wrong, but he's good to me. Like, I don't understand. Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord. The Lord will never, ever keep you in darkness. He will never keep you or leave you deceived. He just won't. Don't let anybody tell you that. I don't care if it's about a husband, a wife. Listen, Okay, I'm trying not to get upset, but it's like it frustrates me because some people, they tell others bad advice. They tell them, well, God will never do this because he's against divorce. God is against divorce when it comes to people. First off, he's against divorce, period. But he ordained it so that you marry the person he has created for you. He said, what I put together, let nobody take apart. So that means in his perfect mind for you, before the fall, we were to marry people we were ordained to be with. He created it to be that way.
I'm sorry. I have to bring this in here. I'll be peeing her.
Did he pee? Did she pee?
She peed, but she got newly tired and...
Oh my gosh.
I told
Okay.
I told her to just go.
I was literally just thinking that I hope she does not pee.
Yeah, she did. But
okay. Thank you, Mama.
Yeah, she's back.
She's okay? Yeah. She has a new leotard?
Yeah. She started crying. I was like, get out.
They're good? Do you need me to go in there?
I really don't.
Okay. Okay, go inside. It's cold. Sorry. I forgot I was live for a second. My kid just peed during gymnastics practice. That sucks. So darn, I forgot what I was talking about. Yes, so God does hate divorce, but in his perfect will for us, we were meant to marry the person he's created us to be with. And when he says he hates divorce, he hates people who gets with people. They divorce, they get who they want to get with, right? They pick their spouse through fleshly reasons, they pick their spouse and then you divorce. You know what I mean? Or you were actually ordained to be with this person. This is your soulmate, what we call a soulmate, and it didn't work out because of whatever issues that he has, issues that you have, outside issues, and now you guys are divorced. And so I just want to make it very clear that God is his ultimate priority is your soul. His ultimate priority is your life, pursuing purpose, reaching destinies. And so marriage does not come before you personally. He will never say, well, you have to stay in this marriage. I'm sorry that it's going to take you away from me. And I'm sorry that it's going to stop you from pursuing your purpose. And I'm sorry that it's making you depressed. And I'm sorry that you might even consider suicide. And I'm sorry that you have to live this life unfulfilled and just in complete turmoil. But you married him. And so, you know what my word says, that you can't divorce. Come on, y'all. God is love. He is sovereign. He is everything. He is beyond smart because he is the creator of all things. He's not that simple. He's not that simple. He's not religious. He hates religion. He is not that religious. So thank you. I appreciate you telling me you appreciate the message. I appreciate that. Sometimes when I do these videos, I don't really know. I know that they're going to reach people who they need to reach, but it makes me nervous because, not nervous to say what I have to say because I know it's the Holy Spirit, but it's a controversial topic. And I have to just kind of, I don't know, it always makes me wonder. So yes, you guys, I love you so much. And I can sit here and talk all day, but I don't want to take up a 30-minute live. But if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I will always respond to them. Thank you guys for your support. If you have any questions, you can also email me at faeganadams@gmail.com. And just keep in mind that questions to people should always come second. Your main, advice source should be the Lord. He's always there for you. He is your father. And if you have me, I didn't have a relationship with my earthly father. So it's really hard for me to kind of compare that to that because I didn't have one. But if you did and you know where your father is there for you, you can go to him for advice, or he's there to protect you and care for you and provide for you. Then just know that God is that times 100, and so there's nothing that you can find yourself in that he's not going to help you out of. And there's no questions that you can have that he's just on purpose not going to answer. That's just not how he operates. So my main thing, my main advice to anyone and everyone will always be to seek God. Seek him, because if you are searching for him and you're searching for your purpose and your destiny and what he's called you to be, and that's why this video is called Journeying to Self. This channel is called Journeying to Self, because you're constantly on a journey to the self he has created you to be. So your perfect self is inward. It's inward, despite the trauma, despite the heartache, despite the heartbreak, despite the parents you were born to, right? Your inner self, who God has created you to be, is there. But the life that we live is a constant journey, or should be a constant journey, of trying to uh, reach that, trying to, be who God has created you to be. So it's called Journeying to Self, because we're all on a journey to find oneself. You know what I mean? And so God is just on this journey with you. There's nothing that you could possibly experience that he's not here for. So that'll be all for today, ladies. I love you so very much. My church website that I do attend is always going to be in the description box. We are big on inner healing and deliverance. A lot of times we're dealing with things that are not depression, it's not anxiety, it's actually inner healing, it's deliverance that we need. I've gone through it before. I'm on the inner healing and deliverance ministry team, so it's something that I strongly believe in, and I've seen people's lives go from day to night, well, I guess night to day, but a complete turnaround. So that is all. I love you guys. Let me go inside and see what's going on with my children. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video, which was probably going to be posted tonight. So stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not liked or shared any of my videos that you feel like someone will appreciate, then definitely do that. Okay. I was looking for something to look at. Well, oh, of course. I do that too. I cook and watch YouTube. But yeah, I love you. See you guys in the next one. Bye.